What it lacks in size, it makes up for in character.
Is this still the best steakhouse at Disney World?
Princess DeBerry here. We found ourselves in the mountains of Epcot, the Rocky Mountains, the Canada of Epcot. To return to
Le Cellier.
It is time. You guys left an enormous amount of maple leaves on our last video, saying that you want us to come here and try out the new items in the menu, so here we are. Because remember, as your #1 choice of foodie infotainment, if you ask, so shall we appear. So remember, she's vegan, I'm not. Let's go hang out in the basement.
Now we have a new bread, the combination of the multigrain and the sourdough into one. So we're still representing two different countries here, but so now that we have both countries represented in one bread, we're just gonna go at it with earth balance that has maple. So exciting that we have some maple on our earth balance still. That's nice. Some changes are good, some are bad. Let's see. Cheers. It 100% tastes like both breads, and with the maple on it, it's sweet and amazing. I love it. This is still a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessities item. It is a good bread service.
If it's one thing that things do at Disney, is that eventually they will all change. That's just something that everybody has to adapt to. Some changes are good, like Princess said, some changes are bad. The idea is that you come with an open mind for all the changes. Now, they used to have what this was called, the regional breads, table breads, they're supposed to represent 3 different parts of sort of like the regions of Canada. So combining the breads, you still get to talk about everything, but it was quite the spiel for the cast members, so maybe it's a little easier on them now. So then I just have regular butter here with maple and a little bit of sea salt. Go ahead and give that a spread. Like so many arms every time they see a Tim Hortons. I don't know why. I initially looked at maple and butter would be weird. You do maple and butter on pancakes. A little sprinkle of sea salt. I wouldn't think would do much, but with the bread, it's like a pairing made in heaven. I would give that 4.25 out of 5 claws as a bread service. It's still got it.
Option 2 is the pretzel, and you get 3 of them now instead of 1, so that's a win. And it's tiny. Still got it. If I have to choose between Le Cellier and Germany, I'm probably still picking Le Cellier. It's 5 out of 5.
I really think for the princess sometimes she pushes coming to Le Cellier just so she can have unlimited table pretzel bread. So either here or beer garden, one of the two. She's getting her bread. The outside and the soft warm center will put any Mickey pretzel to shame. And I stand on that business. 4.75 out of 5 plus.
This local green salad has a fennel and a lemon vinaigrette. I am feeling like there's a lot of flavors that are going to be happening here, and I'm kind of excited about it. These are huge pieces of leaves with orange, citrus. Cheers. It almost tastes like something that belongs at Old Key West. It's just very bright and like full of spring and airy and citrusy and really good. The lettuce isn't overdressed. It's seasoned really well, so or like it's dressed evenly, so you're not getting an overpowering of one flavor or the other. It's just really balanced, and I like that. But also, I'm a little spoiled from the size of the salad that we had at Coral Reef. So I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 5 salads. It definitely tosses my salad.
This is a family channel, man. You start from the outside in with your forks. The princess got me some home training. But onto the greens, the rabbit food, the field of greens. Not the field of dreams, the field of greens, people. No Kevin Costner on this table. Go ahead and get a nice little forkfuls of the things. Not a very cut salad, but it still looks like it's pretty manageable by mouth. Mandarin oranges in there. Church. The salad has the characteristic of always standing on business. And if you don't know what standing on business means, is when you decide that you're going to be something or do something, you do it with no regard for anything else. This salad exists, it's dressed, but the ingredients of the salad are punchy on their own. The dressing is there, but it's not dependent on the dressing for its flavor, which I love. It's 4.5 out of 5 claws. That nice, bright, like earthy flavor. Pardon not. When it lacks in size, it makes up for in character.
Here we have the most beautiful poutine of all of the poutines. If only outside sold poutine is beautiful and it wasn't tots. This is a shoestring fry. They're a little thinner than I recall. We have some Violife cheese. We have some Miyoko pieces here. I'm just really interested with the shoestring fries. And then they do like a mushroom bolognese. This has always been on the menu, or it's always available, though it's never on the menu. And we've been getting this since we started this YouTube channel. Like, this is our thing. So, cheers to almost 6 years of this beautiful poutine. Literally the stuff of dreams. You cannot get a better poutine anywhere at Epcot, regardless if it's a festival or not. This is fire. This is the best thing in the world, and it's your vacation. If you want to come here and just order poutine, come here and order poutine. Do that, because it's so tasty. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a princess's item. Always order poutine.
So a menu change summoned us here, and some things this menu have changed. One thing that has not is that this plant-based poutine remains an off-menu favorite. This is something that I would definitely recommend if you're looking for something more substantial to eat. You come here and just get this. This is a hefty portion, and this is the same size, if not larger, than some of the quick service servings you're going to get. And this is the only actual poutine in this entire park. Don't let refreshment port fool you. I know it says poutine. That is not poutine. This is the closest you're getting anywhere in Epcot. So we're going to dig right in. And I'm glad this one still exists. There have been points in this restaurant we've had 4 different poutines to choose from. There was a surf and turf poutine at one time. There was like a steak tip poutine. There's always the classic. And then this one, you eat good when it comes to poutine in this restaurant. The mushroom bordelaise, like the mushroom gravy on top of like the cheese curds. You have 2 different types of plant-based cheese on here. The fries used to be a bit thicker, and I was worried with the shoestring fries it wouldn't be as great, but they still have a great crisp to them, with that fry flavor, and a very hearty bite. That is actual poutine. My Canadians, our Canadians from this channel, this is your representation. Come and support it. Demand more poutine, if anything. Demand a poutine window. 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Bear Necessities list. This needs to happen.
We have this beautiful Collective Arts beer. I love the can. Look how pretty the can is. I love me a good sour too. Unfortunately, none of the mixed drinks are vegan. The wines are very difficult to find that are vegan this time, so I just went with the beer because most of the beers are vegan. Love a good sour in the late afternoon. This is lovely. It's gonna pair really well with our apps. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It's not too sour, so it's not gonna pucker your lips, but it's just a nice smooth ride. I don't think Bear's gonna like this. I feel like this is kind of too sweet for him, but it's the right kind of tart for me.
It's been a long journey of me trying to like and imbibe sour beer. Some of them I like, some of them give me like a splitting headache. I'm sure that's some sort of like weird thing with me personally, but sour beer specifically, like I either love them or hate them and headache. There's no middle ground for me. But I love Collective Arts. They do a lot of very creative cans. We love going to pick up their beers from like Total Wine or whatever else. And they usually make some delicious flavors. It smells delicious. Ooh. If you weren't awake before sipping that, you will be wide and alert after that first sip. Mouth puckeringly, and I am starting to get like a headache, like right back here, like just right from the eyeball all the way back. It tastes good. I wish, honestly, I could drink more of it. This is not my jam. 2 out of 5 plus. I got the Ottawa Apple, and not the weird Ottawa Apple you can get sometimes at the stand. This is the Ottawa Apple. So you have the Tap 357 maple whiskey with the cranberry infusion. A little apple, toasted apple slice on top. It's looking beautimous. You know, like right to the rim. Like they're not skimping it. And you fill the glass right here. No, this is like right on the border, just like Canada. Just don't be drunk right now. Ooh, the maple whiskey. It's like drinking it straight from the tree. If it came with whiskey. I wanted a smoked turkey replacement. If this place had a bar that I could walk in and get drinks, I might be in trouble. 5 out of 5 claws on the Mayor Sessions list. This is my jam.
They do have walk-up.
Yes, do have a walk-up list. Don't be afraid to come here like on a whim. Some days, for some odd reason, some people don't want to come to the Cellier. They'd rather go to less interesting steakhouses like, I don't know, Yachtsman, Schuler's. You should really be coming here. I mean, with all the smoke in the world.
Vegan option at Le Cellier. They poured all of the sauces. Well, I poured this one because we weren't ready with the camera to pour the sauce, but they poured the sauce on it. I think we were commenting about that on Coral Reef, how we were expecting sauce pouring because we do so much signature dining, and here we are, signature dining, getting all the sauce pourings. This is what we do. So, tortilla is now reimagined into this beautiful, it kind of looks like a quiche, like a mini quiche. I'm going to take my ginormous Victorian Albert's level steak knife, and I'm just going to cut this beautiful thing. And I want to try and get you guys like a little slice to look at, if I can. At least the knife cuts up the apple really well. So we got some shredded mushroom. I can't show you the slice, I guess. It's a little messy, yeah. Cheers, though. I'm pulling up turnips from Animal Crossing just for Tom Nook. Eating those turnips. I mean, I'm not making any money. No bells for me, but whatever. It's a beautiful mushroom. It tastes like a gravy, pretty much. It's just beautiful, flowing, super herbaceous, super, like, just in your face. Like, it really just tastes like I had, like, soup in a tart. And then the turnip is just a really weird flavor for me. It's kind of like a blank palette, like a blank slate type situation. It's like tofu. It's how you season it. These are like big pieces of turnip. If I could change it, I'd probably make the turnip pieces a little bit smaller. Other than that, I think this is really good. It doesn't have any alt meat in it, I don't think, so that is nice. I think it's the same level as the tortilla. It's still better than the dumplings. I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5. It's good. I'm just not like, oh my god, you're coming for Le Cellier. Like, I'm gonna say that for the Poutine. I'm definitely gonna say that. But I don't really think that there's really been an entree outside of, well, no, because the meatballs were in an app too. I don't really think there's been an entree that I've been obsessed with here, but it's always the appetizers and the desserts that make it amazing.
If it's one thing that I can say about Le Cellier that I think is fairly irrefutable is that even before we had the revolution in menus here at Walt Disney World to start adding plant-based and adding more plant-based options, the Cellier has always excelled in offering plant-based people something unique, something that you weren't going to get anywhere else that was still really tasty. And I feel like every single time this menu has changed, that option has at least leveled up. Yes. You went from the impossible dumplings, which were like a super salty sort of odd dish, even though Canada has a lot of like Asian influences in its food, to the possible meatballs, the Brussels sprouts, things like that. And now this actually feels to me, just looking at it in construction, like an actual signature dining dish, more than just like a elevated side. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in. Ooh, that's some. They give you hunting knives here, because you know what? We're hunting for plants. And hunting for more than 40% of you to actually subscribe to this video. Yes, I'm throwing in a shameless plug. Most of you aren't subscribed. You can fix that. It's free, and you get to see more of this face, or at least laugh at it. And I'll take that. It's given Canadian pot pie. And it's kind of my jam. Different flavors, the vegetables that we're trying through. With like the mushroom sauce on the torch, it's really thin crust, but it works really well to sort of like mellow out like the really strong flavors. This is good. I would say better than the tortilla. Much better than that. I think, because I wasn't a huge fan of that. This, I am a stan. I'm gonna stand in this restaurant in general, but this, we're buddies now. 4.5 out of 5 claws. This is definitely the elevated plant-based dish this place needed. I'm a bear that likes his fish. I don't think it's a secret here. I'm a seafood boy. I was born on an island. I've lived a good portion of my childhood on islands. I love the fish. All of the fish. Halibut is one of my top 3 favorite fish. I've been in Alaska a lot. Halibut was like a regular thing for me. And I'm never going to say no to that. So when I saw they offered halibut on the menu, I was sold. Now read the steak. Now they have like a new like butcher's block menu sort of deal. But this is my jam. Ooh, nice crispy crust. I don't even know I'm using a knife. You don't need it. You got the fennel. You got the fish. Let me get the fish by itself first. You know this extra stuff. I just want all of the halibut. All hail halibut, basically. Put on about a crispy halibut skin. You don't need a sauce. Let's try with some of the veggies and the greens they got down here. Because again, kids, if I gotta eat my veggies, so do you. So do you. That is halibut that would do the Great White North proud. Beautifully cooked with a nice sauce that's not overpowering, so it's halibut. It's like letting the fish play in the river. I'm gonna get them eventually, but until then, let the fish be the fish. That's probably one of the best fish dishes I've had in EPCOT in quite a long time. Maybe that 4.75 out of 5 claws. It's a signature dining portion, but I'm still in love with it. We're trying to ask if this is still the best steakhouse on property. I think the video speaks for itself.
Oh yeah, 100% the answer is yes. Now, we were going to do dessert. We've done the carrot cake there many times. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, carrot cake is gone.
Bye-bye.
Now it is a strawberry basil sorbet for the vegans, and they put a little like accoutrement on top, kind of like the meringue that we got at Cinderella's Royal Table for dinner, but smaller. Not feeling sorbet. Bear's not gonna eat a dessert by himself, so we just decided to opt out of dessert.
So, but definitely, it's bringing us punches. Steakhouses all across Walt Disney World. This is your bar. And you're all below it.
True.
I just need you to know that.
Though, I mean, the vegan entree leaves some to be desired, but there are, I can't think of a single steakhouse at Disney World where it does it better. I don't. And the book, I think we're going to say the same thing for the book, because they outdid themselves with the number of signatures, and they all put where they were from, because they're all from Canada.
I don't care how many times we've come to this restaurant. One thing that remains completely above the bar, service. Amazing.
Oh my God, 10 out of 10.
Amazing.
Every time the service is always fire, and they remember us. Even we've had servers from Cellier go other places, they remember us. It is signature dining, so it is a little bit pricey, but I don't think it's really anything outside of like the normal
Disney prices.
pricing for signature dine. It's not California Grill, like I feel ripped off situation.
Yes. Just proving that the Canadians do it best. Now, you have any feelings otherwise, you're welcome to leave those comments below. If there's anything else you see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe. I like this video, and if you don't comment, maybe Disney will never turn this waterfall back on. It'll just stay this brick rock with mold. Is this what that is? Mold?
Painted mold. But I'm not getting yeeted today, so it's all good. You heard the girl.